Hey, what is up, fellow raiders? This is Vulcan Dan, and in today's Raid Shadow Legends video, we are going to talk about the times 10 shard event this weekend. But it's not only a times 10 shard event because we do have a guaranteed champion event for void shards. 30 void shards and you get a guarantee champion. I have 28 right now. All right, so I'm very close to that number 30. And what is the guaranteed champion? And of course, it's October, it's the Halloween month, and we have Madame SERRIS as the guaranteed champion. 30 void shards. And I don't have her yet. It's been 2 years, a lot of void shards, and still no Madame SERRIS. I would definitely love to have her. Of course, she's probably probably the best epic for arena in the entire game because of her A3 removes all buffs from enemies, places a decreased attack and decreased defense on everyone for 2 turns. Right, so of course she is one of the maybe the best epic for arena in the entire game, and I would definitely love to have her. But will I be pulling 30 void shards this weekend just for Madame SERRIS, a guaranteed Madame SERRIS? Probably not. This is because we are expecting a Halloween fusion event coming soon. And of course, the next shard event will be a times 2 void because we just had a times 2 sacred and we are expecting times 2 void next. And this will fall on that Halloween fusion event. So we're expecting this soon, or at least that's what I'm expecting if that fusion event goes live soon. It will coincide with the times 2 void shard event. So I would want, of course, that Halloween fusion, whoever that legendary will be. So I will need to be safe. I need to save my void shards for that one, and hopefully, I get Madame SERRIS sometime, maybe this year, maybe next year. Who knows? But yeah, so that's the guaranteed champion event alongside the the times 10 event. And the times 10 champions are, of course, all Halloween themed, all centered around the fear mechanic in the game. Number 1 is this guy, of course, inspired by Friday the 13th, Jason, with his machete right there, and the mask, of course. So he is his skills are all single target, and they all revolve around having fear. It does more if there is fear on the enemy, and does more if that attack kills the enemy. Now he does hit hard, but he's more of an arena champion, single target, which of course, we have a lot of AoE champions in the game that are capable of nuking down the entire enemy wave with just one skill. So single target for the arena, not really an excellent champion because of course we do have a lot of alternatives, but he's a nice champion to play with if you like this Halloween theme. So yeah, so he has this hard hitter A3 that ignores 35% of target's defense if the target is under fear, and then place all of these nice buffs on him if he kills the enemy. And he has this A2 that places a fear with a chance to place decreased speed. So I'm thinking, the one who designed this one is thinking, okay, he's gonna hack the enemy, and they would be afraid of this champion, and maybe he hacked his leg, so they are now under a decreased speed debuff. And of course, when this attack kills an enemy, it would spread through fear to 2 other enemies, sort of like how it happens in the movies. Fear will spread towards the other people who saw that this guy killed one of their friends. And yeah, of course, so it's all about fear. And he also fills his own turn meter by 50% whenever an enemy's HP drops below 20%. So a cool looking champion with a cool kit, but unfortunately not an excellent champion for raid. All right, so that's first one. Second one is Cornelia. Crazy looking doll here with that dead looking eyes. All right, so she's all about sleep. So she does have this AoE sleep that becomes a fear, and she has this sleep that she places on your ally, on one ally, and then depends on if it expires or gets removed, or if it is lost by taking damage, it would affect the heal that it does to that ally, whether a 50 or 100%, and fills their turn meter by 50 or by 100%. So she's an okay healer, single target healer, and okay for crowd control, but sort of a mid-tier epic, not something that I would really go for this times 10. Right, so that's number 2. Number 3 is in the Knight's Revenant. We have Farsalas Gravedirt with these candles. Cool looking shield right there. He has Provoke on his A1, and he has an AoE heal reduction and a shield and strengthen on his A3. And what's cool about him is that he is immune to fear and true fear. And he also, whenever an ally's HP drops below 50% from an enemy attack, has a 50% chance of placing fear on the attacker for 1 turn. So I think the most cool thing about his kit is really his passive. This A3 is also quite useful, you know, with the shields, and the strengthen might be good for Doom Tower. AoE heal reduction it's not really an excellent skill, you know, so he's just an average mid-tier epic in my opinion. But yeah, so that's Farsalas Gravedirt. And the last epic for this times 10 is Inquisitor Chamill. Again, this guy, whenever your allies receive fear or true fear, it will remove that debuff instantly and fill the ally's turn meter by 15%. So he will counter the enemy if you're facing a lot of enemies that place fear on your team. So yeah, he's a good situational champion. Also a very hard-hitting triple hitter A2 single target, and will place true fear on everyone if this attack kills an enemy. So this one hits hard, 3-turn cooldown with if you book it, it does more damage. So yeah, so it's a cool champion, hard hitter, and makes you immune to fear. But yeah, very situational. Alright, so those are the epics. For the legendaries, we have Elder Scar. Now, the cool thing about his kit is that he does have AoE HP burn on his A2, but it does need that that he hits with an extra 3 hits if you have for each buff or debuff on the target. So for example, the target has an increased speed, also has a decreased speed, and one other buff or debuff, then this champion will attack a total of 6 times, and when that does happen, you will land an HP burn on all enemies. So yeah, so it's good for things like the spider, and this A3 right now, right here is actually more of an arena skill. Places a provoke on all legendary champions for 1 turn, so great for those high-end arena wherein you're dealing with a lot of legendary. Maybe the Doom Tower waves, you know, wherein you have a lot of legendary champions as well. He also places fear on everyone. So yeah, cool champion for certain places in the game, but not really worth for a times 10 event. Next one is probably the weakest of the Shadowkin legendaries, Noble. So yeah, so his kit has very low cooldowns, especially for a legendary champion. This one is a 2-turn cooldown when booked, and will reduce the cooldown of his A3. And his A3 is a 3-turn cooldown when booked. Of course, will go down to a 2-turn cooldown with the use of his A2. But yeah, very short cooldowns, and all of his kit revolves around him going very fast, getting his next turn very quickly, fills his turn meter by 25% after the attack, and this one will steal the turn meter of the enemy. So yeah, so Plarium made this guy with very low cooldown skills, make him get many turns, but because of that, of course, they have to tone down the strength of his skills, and he turns out to be quite an underwhelming legendary because of that. So yeah, so you can, if you're going to use him, especially like for faction wars, you can expect him to get many turns in a row, but his skills are not that impressive. Yeah. All right, next one. And I got this guy from a 10 times, his own 10 times before, and that is Mashalid. Yeah, he has this cool A2 with a that grants an extra turn, places a lot of buffs and debuffs, and of course once he does that, he will go immediately into this hard-hitting A3, and of course his A1 becomes an AoE if you have that leech that is placed by his A2. So Mashald, excellent, legendary. I'm glad to have him. So I don't need to worry about pulling shards for him this weekend. I will probably not pull any shards this weekend. I will save those shards for the upcoming Halloween fusion event. All right, and the Void legendary is Laureus the Proud. Basically a legendary version of Skull Crown. Because of this passive, places the unkillable on himself if he receives a fatal hit, but he has this extra thing here that he does more damage the lower his HP is, and double AoE for his A2 and A3, with a chance of placing True Fear and Weaken as well. So yeah, very hard-hitting champion. You don't want to face him in the arena, kind of like just a beefed up version of that epic champion. So yeah, also looks quite cool with these double swords. Yeah, so those are the times 10 for this weekend. We have a lot of them, a lot of cool champions there, a lot of cool epics, cool legendaries, but personally I will not pull for this weekend. Do not be baited into this one if you are looking to do well in the next fusion event, because of course you will need your shards then. I will save my shards. I will not pull this weekend. So, but you know, if you really want that Madam SERRIS and maybe you've been saving up your void shards, then yeah, of course, go ahead. Just remember that you will need void shards very soon for a ×2 void event. All right, so that is it. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and I will see you guys in my next video.